The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Yeah, you made a lot of promises to the Macho Man, didn't you?
The first thing I want to be done is to get that piece of crap out of my ring.
When I said I loved you like a brother, Macho Man, I meant it.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to an all-new episode of the Totally Necessary Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Kevin Porter, and we are back to cover the week that was professional wrestling. So we are hot off the heels of SummerSlam. How many of you out there enjoyed SummerSlam, huh? Did you have the time? Did you listen to our post show? I hope you listened to our post show. It was a great post show. I spent 20 minutes talking about SummerSlam and our thoughts regarding SummerSlam. So if you haven't taken the time to go check that out, it's a little too late. It's Friday. Fuck it. Fuck it. I know it's like, wow, Kevin, you're supposed to promote your shit. You're supposed to be like, oh, you're supposed to go listen to it and be all about it. It's like, whatever, dude. I don't fucking know. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? It happened on Sunday. Like, it's over with. Like, I don't go back and listen to fucking shit if, like, it's a couple days out. I mean, there's no need to. There is no need to. But hey, if you did listen, thank you. Thank you very much. So we kicked off Monday Night Raw with Seth Rollins, your brand new Universal Champion, coming out and addressing the WWE Universe. I forget exactly what he said. Honestly, I guess it really doesn't matter what fucking Seth Rollins said on Monday. Ultimately, though, we did see AJ Styles and the OC interrupt Seth Rollins. So this set up a match later in the evening between AJ Styles and Seth Rollins, and we played the whole, like, oh, you know, AJ's gonna shake his hand, and Seth's all, like, reluctant because fucking, you know, Gallows and Anderson are waiting in the wings, and, like, you know, I like AJ Styles as a cocky fucking heel. I think it's definitely enjoyable on all fronts, and Seth Rollins, yeah, I'm still enjoying it, dude. I know a lot of people are kind of annoyed with just him kind of, I don't know, just like the whole lead up into SummerSlam, the Extreme Rules thing. I know a lot of people aren't necessarily really high up on him, but I mean, he's your guy, dude. I mean, if he's the man, I mean, that's the guy you're rolling with, and roll with him 100%, dude. So, I really got nothing bad to say about the opening segment. I thought it was, you know, albeit the same old as, you know, we always open up Raw this way, but I think it was, you know, not necessarily needed, but, you know, it was, you can't really shit on it just for the fact that Seth Rollins did win the Universal Championship the night before. So it's like, you know, he's the champion of your brand. So I think, yeah, you definitely would need him, you know, in the forefront to kick off, you know, Monday Night Raw, especially the night after winning the Universal Championship. So ultimately, we did get a match here with Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn. So this was kind of set up with some was it Sami Zayn? Who was he talking to? Street Profits? Yeah, because they got to see Street Profits, and you know, fucking, you know, they're all like, one of them's all fucking hungover or whatever. Sami Zayn shows up, basically starts talking shit. Samoa Joe's there. Sami Zayn accidentally talked shit about Samoa Joe. They kind of egged him on, knowing that Samoa Joe was right behind him and stuff, but. With that being said, though, then they were able to set up the match between Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe, and it's pretty much a squash match. I mean, Joe actually got the win for once. I know we always complain about Joe never winning. Well, he actually won a fucking match here. He beat Sami Zayn, so I know we'll get to fucking SmackDown here in a few moments as well, but yeah. Afterwards, Samoa Joe addressed the crowd. Basically, you know, the whole babyface claim that we thought he was going with, you know, after the whole Roman Reigns incident the week prior. He basically just shit all over the fans and then basically got his heat back that way. So it's like, okay, cool, man. We're right back to with Samoa Joe just being this heel badass. And hopefully, you know, he continues to fucking win matches, dude. I want to see Samoa Joe as Universal Champion, man. I'm a big fucking fan of Samoa Joe, and the more WWE can get behind him, I think the better off we will all be. So we ultimately did see The Miz take on Dolph Ziggler. This, like, I mean, again, leading into the SummerSlam match outside of the Goldberg HBK thing, I mean, like, no one really cared about The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Basically just a repeat of the night before. Miz wins, and then Dolph gets on the mic, calls him back out. The Miz comes out, looks like a badass, fucking slams Dolph Ziggler's face into the mat, and bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. I don't know where they're going with this. I guess Dolph Ziggler just gets his ass kicked and then he just refuses to stay down. I guess. I don't know. Dolph Ziggler did some of his best work with the promos here the past few weeks leading into that SummerSlam match there with Goldberg. So I'm not going to sit here and shit all over the segment. I don't know where they're going to go with it. And hopefully, I guess, fucking, Dolph Ziggler keeps continuing to, produce good TV. I guess the fact that he doesn't give a shit, I don't know, that we don't give a shit, then nobody gives a shit, so that makes it cool then? I guess so, right? We'll just have to stay tuned, motherfuckers. So we saw Elias come out for a performance. They did the whole shtick, I'm going to get interrupted, da-da-da-da-da. Cue fucking Ricochet. Him and Ricochet had a decent little match, I guess. I don't know. Ricochet ultimately defeated Elias. There's no point for Elias beating Ricochet, especially after Ricochet losing the U.S. Championship and then losing the, albeit I thought a pretty good match with AJ Styles the night before at SummerSlam. He definitely needed a little bit of rehabbing here, so getting a win over Elias. And besides, Elias picked up a little bit of gold before he left Raw that night anyway. So then we did see the 2 out of 3 falls match, Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. What a great match, dude. Anytime these two get in the ring together, it's always going to be a solid pairing, even if Andrade's defeating Mysterio in 2 straight falls. Dude, I'm a fan of Andrade. I'm a fan of Mysterio, and I like what they're doing with the whole tease, with teasing Rey as like a retirement angle of some kind. I mean, at least it's something. I know we sit here and complain like they're not doing anything with Rey. They're not doing anything with Rey. And then the second they do something with Rey, everybody's like, oh, doing a retirement angle, huh? Oh, seen that before, WWE. It's like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm willing to see where it goes, dude. Like, I'm trying to be optimistic, guys. I'm trying to be fucking optimistic here. We saw Cedric Alexander versus Drew McIntyre. I thought this was a fucking great match here. Again, I say it week in, week out, dude. Drew McIntyre is the fucking shit, dude, and needs to continue to be pushed. And I'm glad the fact that they're building new stars in Cedric Alexander. Again, I've said my piece about Cedric Alexander. I've been watching that dude since fucking NXT, or not NXT, but Ring of Honor. Seeing him come up on WWE, it's cool. It's cool to see people. You see him at that lower rung, and then you see him ascend into the level that they are now, and it's like it's pretty cool, man. So I got nothing bad to say about this match. A+ match in my opinion. Drew McIntyre defeated Alexander. And I guess that ends it. I think this will lead to bigger and better things for both these guys here. So No Way Jose took on Robert Roode. Robert Roode defeated No Way Jose. I think that's really all you need to know. Lucha House Party took on The Revival. So this match ended up with the 24/7 title getting involved. Ultimately, The Revival won the 24/7 championship. First ever co-champions, R-Truth, then won. And then ultimately this led to more shenanigans leading to the back. And Elias eventually cashed in and defeated R-Truth to become the 3-time 24/7 champion. Cool, guys. I guess we're kind of moving on from R-Truth and Drake Maverick, it's just probably time to do that. I mean, it's been going on for quite some time. I mean, it's good to see, other people get a chance with it. I don't know how much is going to really elevate Elias in anything. I think it kind of takes him down. I think when he first initially won the championship here, like a month or two ago on fucking SmackDown, it was like, oh, does he really need that? Well, I guess he does. At least WWE sees him fit to hold the championship. So then we saw Natalya show up to basically say that she has like some sort of fucking twisted up arm. I don't remember exactly what the fuck her fake fucking ass injury is. Like, watch, she's actually really hurt. I'm just shitting on Natalya for no reason. But then all of a sudden, right as she was about to go into her whole Jim Neidhart, my dad died a year ago thing, which I'm not taking anything away from that. We heard the music of the boss Sasha Banks as she made her triumphant return to WWE television. Instantly, I thought like, wow, what's up with her fucking hair, dude? Her hair looks fucking gross as shit, dude. Like, not a fan of this. And then she gets in the ring, gives Natalya a hug, and then just bitch slaps the shit out of fucking Natalya, dude. So the boss is back, removes the wig, reveals blue hair, beats the shit out of Natalya. This prompts Becky Lynch to show up. And damn, dude, if these two did not have some wicked fucking hits, dude, like Becky Lynch got knocked in the fucking head. They showed the GIF. The next day, if you caught it, were able to catch it, get a chance to catch that, dude, and you clearly see that chair smashing into Becky Lynch's head a couple times. And then Becky Lynch posted on Twitter, I saw, basically saying that receipts will be given for what occurred this past Monday. So instantly, I'm a fan of this angle. I've let it be known on the podcast. I'm not a fan of Sasha Banks. I think Sasha Banks is the drizzling shits. She is garbage. She's just a little whiny fucking baby. I mean, you got Becky Lynch is like the polar opposite. It's like, well, instead of sitting back and whining online, what does Becky Lynch do? She takes opportunities. She fucking takes the ball and runs with it, dude. And then she becomes the fucking man. Sasha Banks can only wish she could lace up her boots as much as fucking Becky Lynch has or does. I don't know, that whole fucking spot fucking derailed that shit. Fuck. So I really do hope that, Becky Lynch, I think Sasha Banks is going to take the title here soon though. I don't know if it's going to happen at Night of Champions or Clash of Champions or whatever. But I think it's due. I mean, Becky Lynch has had the title since WrestleMania. So, I mean, you do need to switch it up every once in a while. And seeing her on the chase against Sasha Banks as a heel champion, yeah, I'm totally fucking down with that, dude. So much like everybody else out there, I think everybody's pretty fucking stoked for Sasha Banks being back and her feud with Becky Lynch. So we did see the Raiders, the Viking Raiders, back in action. They beat Mason and Suave. So again, we continue the role of them beating jobbers. Eventually, they're going to get a tag team title shot, and eventually they're going to win the tag team championships. It's just going to happen. We saw the women's tag team title champions in action, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, as they took on the Kabuki Warriors. Ultimately, Bliss and Cross did defeat the Kabuki Warriors. Cross delivered a neckbreaker, and then this followed with the Twisted Blister, for them to retain the titles pretty fucking cleanly. That's pretty fucking stupid, dude. I want to see the Kabuki Warriors, get a reign. I want to see them win. I mean, I'm a fan of Kairi Sane and Asuka, but I guess it just may not be working out for them as a tag team. I mean, maybe they need to go back to singles action, put one on Raw, put one on SmackDown. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing to admit failure sometimes. Sometimes you just got to admit you're wrong. I mean, Paige is out with neck surgery. I mean, sometimes you just got to admit you're wrong and, just move on. So we saw it in our main event, champion versus champion, Seth Rollins taking on AJ Styles. The match was what it was. Ultimately, Rollins defeated Styles via disqualification. This prompted, because, Gallows and Anderson got involved, and this prompted Braun fucking Strowman to show his fucking face, and Ricochet as well, as they fought off the bad guys. And then ultimately, I say ultimately a lot. At least tonight I'm catching myself saying that. That and So then we had Braun Strowman hand over the championship to Seth Rollins. So I don't know if they're teasing a Seth Rollins Braun Strowman match here coming up at next month in September. I'm really happy we have a solid 4 weeks until that fucking show too. I'm glad I don't have to fucking go out of my way to see that shit right off the bat, dude. Because after this podcast tonight, dude, I'm kind of going on this whole weekend. I'm not watching professional wrestling. It's just last weekend, dude. In this week of having to watch Raw and SmackDown, I'm just kind of okay, yeah. I want to watch Endgames. I want to watch Avengers. I want to watch fucking some Arnold Schwarzenegger films. I want to watch Roger Rabbit, dude. Fuck it. I'll watch the Flintstones movie with John Goodman. Jeez, I just need to get away from professional wrestling for a little bit. So we kick on over to Monday night or Tuesday Night SmackDown Live, guys. Shane McMahon. So Kevin Owens shows up, talks a bunch of shit about Shane McMahon, saying how it was one of the best moments of his fucking career. So all good things from Kevin Owens. Shane McMahon shows up and says that based on Kevin Owens attacking Elias, who was an official referee at SummerSlam, he is now being fined $1,000. This pisses the fuck out of fucking Kevin Owens. So, yeah, I mean, he's getting fined, $100,000. They ended up in a backstage segment where he's like, well, fuck it, make it 5, and he breaks the fucking monitor. It's like, damn, dude. It's like, how much do you think that TV is, dude? It's not a $5,000 TV. Fuck it. I don't know. $1,005. Yeah. It was. I thought, I mean, they're continuing the feud between Shane and Kevin Owens, and again, he's my pick right now to go and win the Royal Rumble. He's my pick to go to WrestleMania and win a WWE Championship. I feel he has that level potential as a babyface to go beyond what we've seen with Kofi Kingston this year. So we'll see what happens, guys. Charlotte Flair took on Ember Moon. Charlotte Flair ultimately defeated Ember Moon by submission. Pretty good match there, actually. I didn't think it was too bad of an outing from either one of them. So I don't know exactly what's going to go down now. I guess Charlotte, I mean, we didn't see Bayley on SmackDown this week. So, I mean, are they setting up now for Charlotte and Bayley because Charlotte beat Ember Moon? I guess at this point, I don't know. I want to see Sasha Banks and fucking Becky Lynch. I don't really care. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind seeing, Bayley and Charlotte again. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That actually, nah, I'll take that back. I'm good with the women's world title scenes right now, guys. I'm good with if that's the direction they're going with. I'm good with seeing those two matches. So then we did see Roman Reigns and Buddy Murphy. This was set up on Twitter with Buddy Murphy calling out Roman Reigns. It was actually a really good fucking match, dude. Welcome Buddy Murphy to SmackDown, guys. Jeez, welcome Buddy Murphy. Shit, dude. This was a great, this was my match of the night, dude. A match of the week on TV. They made Murphy look like a fucking potential star, guys. I mean, hands down. Roman Reigns, I don't know why people always talk shit about him. Like, he's a solid fucking wrestler in the ring. Like, it's not to say he's the best wrestler or anything, but he's solid. And I don't know, it's a John Cena type. Like, John Cena can bring it. So can Roman Reigns. So can fucking Roman Reigns. Shane McMahon ultimately then said that Samoa Joe would be facing off against Kevin Owens. So this is where Joe defeated Owens by pinfall. So this is where Elias did get involved, and he basically set up, Samoa Joe, and he rolled up Kevin Owens for the Fast 3 count. So, okay, so, I mean, it's continuing the feud, so it's like I don't necessarily have anything against with Kevin Owens losing here, and Samoa Joe getting the win. Again, two wins on Raw and SmackDown. Congratulations, fucking Samoa Joe. So what was supposed to be our main event was the New Day taking on the Revival, but then we inserted both Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton. It seems like Randy Orton's getting fucking over. I don't know if it was just Toronto or whatever, but like it kind of seemed like the crowd, like I don't know. It seems like a lot of people were down on the whole ending of the Randy Orton Kofi Kingston match, which I think I kind of knew when I did the review on Sunday that was going to be the case. But I thought it showed fucking aggression. It's like, don't fuck with my family. Like, fuck you, Randy Orton. And then he just beat the shit out of him. And then like Randy's like, oh, you're running from a fight. It's like, that's not the way I fucking saw it, Randy. It looked pretty much more like he was fucking beating the shit out of you for talking shit. I mean, the whole countout thing was stupid, but the aftermath of it, I've seen another match between these two at Clash of Champions. I'm all for. It looks like we will be seeing the Revival in the New Day. I'm fucking for the Big E and fucking Xavier Woods take on the Revival. Like, all good things coming out of SmackDown this week, dude. SmackDown was a really good fucking show, actually. Now that kind of just like looking through and kind of reviewing everything after a day or so after watching it, it was a good show. And, for the most part, Raw was a pretty good show, I guess, too, for the most part. Raw, not so much as much SmackDown, but, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So that was the week in professional wrestling. AEW is still continuing with their Road to series to All Out. I haven't watched this week's episode. I think it was episode 5, and I didn't get to watch Being the Elite as well. I'll probably actually watch those tonight. I might as well. I know I should have watched those before doing this podcast so we could talk about it, but I think we're kind of gearing up for once they come on TNT. That's when we're going to be dedicating a lot more time to the weekly TV show, which again, I still haven't actually sat down to figure out exactly how the fuck I'm going to maneuver all this shit, dude. I mean, fuck, SmackDown going to fucking Fridays and then AEW on Wednesdays is really kind of fucking me over in the long run. But hey, man, we just have to identify the situation, adapt, and that's it. That's it, guys. So just adapt to the situation. So, post SummerSlam editions of SmackDown Raw. Again, I think SmackDown's a little bit better this week, but that's typically the case in most weeks there. I'm glad that we have a month between shows. Glad I got a couple days cut off, I don't have to, be watching a lot of professional wrestling. Kind of a shorter episode this week, but, hey, man, we did, 4 fucking shows. We did, shows all my fucking days off, I did fucking podcasts, dude. There's a lot of fucking wrestling. There's a lot of other movies out there that I wanted to watch. but we watch professional wrestling, and I am excited to watch that. Don't get me wrong with me bitching about it. It's just, when I kind of look back on it, it's like, damn, dude, there's a lot of wrestling we watched last weekend. Definitely a lot of wrestling. So, all right, guys. Well, that again is the week that was, dude. If you guys haven't gone back and checked it out, dude, we dropped an all new episode of In the Mouth of Madness this week. We started our riff tracks for Death Wish, dude. The original Death Wish trilogy is our next several films that we're going to be focusing on here. So we just released the original 1974 classic Death Wish starring Charles Bronson. So that's definitely something. If you have the means to watch that movie, I highly suggest syncing up our fucking commentary on that. And then yeah, dude, we got an all new episode of the podcast that no one listens to that just dropped. It's just me ranting. So if you want more of this, but more in like a real life realm and sense of not talking about professional wrestling, then go listen to that episode. So we got brand new episodes again coming out next week, dude. Hopefully we'll have some more badass guests lined up here soon. We have them. I just have to figure out what we're doing next week. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said, I love you guys so fucking much. Thank you so much for listening, dude. You have no idea how much it means to me. You have no idea. So again, I'm Kevin Porter. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Oh, hey, let me get something straight. Those of you who are cheering me right now, you are just the biggest part of me leaving as anything else.
I want you to know I'm not crying. My eyes are red because I was in the back smoking a joint with Van Dam.
This podcast has been brought to you by Pizza Productions.